Ghost of Yotei was my most anticipated game of the year, so the expectations are pretty high. Because this game is so special to me, I don't just want to get the platinum. I want it to be done the right way. What does that even mean? Well, the plan is simple. Step 1, we're gonna play through the story, completing as many side quests as I feel like doing, but we're gonna stop right before the last mission. Step 2 is to finish all of the miscellaneous trophies, and step 3 is to finish the story and get a cinematic platinum trophy. The game starts with the entire family of our main character, Atsu, dying. They were killed by the Yotei 6. So Atsu grows up, learns how to fight, and embarks on a journey of revenge. Like any game ever. Very early on in the game, like literally 15 minutes into it, we kill the first member of the Yotei 6, the snake. Poor guy was treated as a tutorial. He was also drunk, which is the only reason we were able to kill him. Here I got the first trophy for crossing the first name of our sash. I roamed the streets for a little bit, admiring the beauty this game has, and decided to set camp for the first time. Something really cool about this game is that it fully utilizes all of the features of the PlayStation controller. I've not seen any game do this the way Ghost of Yotei does. In camp, you can sleep, craft materials, cook, and play songs. Here I got a trophy for playing a song while camping. There are a lot of different side quests / activities you can do throughout the map, and we have to complete a good chunk of them to get the platinum. We have to finish all of the bounties, which gives you coins as a reward, but since we are the coolest ghosts out there, we also have a bounty on us, so people kept coming up to me and trying to kill me. The more we progress through the story, the higher our bounty became, and the more the bounty drawing changes to resemble a ghost. Pretty cool. I also have a hard time with the controllers, since there are so many things you can do, so on my way to a bounty, I accidentally got a trophy for personalizing a scene in photo mode. The second member of the Yotei 6 we were going after was the Oni. On my way to him, I had to fight a bunch of Oni raiders and became pretty close friends with a samurai, who just so happened to be my brother. I got a trophy for reuniting with him. Turns out my entire family did not die, just my parents. Cool. To get to the Oni, we decided that we should capture Mad Goro, an Oni raider that betrayed the big guy and took his musket. He was killing a bunch of Oni raiders by a river and had a pretty big bounty on his head. I was still with my brother and we had to fight a bunch of people, so I got a trophy for completing a standoff with a companion, which was pretty cool. I defeated my Goro, but my brother took him because he had some information the samurai could use. He said I could have him later. So during this free time, I decided to go get an armor because I was getting cooked in these fights, and also went out of my way to get some more money with bounties. As I was completing some of the enemy camps, I got a trophy for killing an enemy by catching grass on fire. I did the side quest of the Undying Samurai for the new armor. It was a long side quest, but the armor looked really cool. I think it is good. I actually ended up using this one for most of my game. I decided to move on and get another weapon, the Yari. It is insane the amount of weapons you can use in this game, but they all counter a different type of enemy, and it makes a huge difference in how easy it is to kill someone. Once I got the weapon, I got a trophy for kicking someone off a cliff with the Yari. I got a few other things like the Oni's flames, which you can use to set your weapon on fire, and bombs. There are so many weapons again, things you can throw, bows, guns. They went all out. Now I felt ready to defeat the Oni. Once we made it to his castle, we had to kill a bunch of Oni raiders and free the samurai that were working there. I got a trophy here for making 20 enemies collapse in fear using the Onryo Hall, which is basically an ultimate. The fight against the Oni, however, was not super hard. He has two phases. I did not die on the first one, but I don't think you can even die on the first one. And on the second phase, I died like 10 times. It was a pretty cool fight. I like that we get to know what the members of the Yotei 6 did the night of the burning tree, and why Atsu hated them. Not just for being there, but because they are all low-key evil. After I defeated him, I got a trophy for interrogating 10 enemies, and the trophy for killing him. I started doing a few side quests in the area before I made my way to the Kitsune, our next victim. I finished a side quest that gave me 2 bombs I could use, also getting a trophy for doing it. I also finished the Yari side quest, and with that I also got a trophy. Then I went back home to upgrade my weapons and saw this guy with a few horses. He wanted to sell me a new horse in exchange for my current horse, but I love my horse and no one is taking him from me, so I decided to keep him. I was prompted to name him and I got a trophy for it. I forgot his name, not gonna lie.
Keep looking out for each other.
I also got a trophy for spearing 5 fish with the Yari. I continued moving towards the Kitsune and doing some more side quests to get stronger. I got a trophy for acquiring all melee weapons. After a few more side quests, hot springs, and upgrading my gear, I went ahead and continued with the Kitsune story. In this new area of the map, there is a bunch of snow and the enemies are very sneaky. They hide in the snow and attempt to ambush you. We met this lady that also plays the instrument we have. She knows a lot about the area and helps us find the Kitsune. I fought a lot of Ninetales, which is what the members of the little group the Kitsune has call themselves, finding clues as we did so. I then fought the Kitsune, but he's too strong because of this poison he has, so our lady friend saves us. Plot twist, turns out the Kitsune that was at the burning tree is the lady that led me to the Kitsune himself. She reassures Atsu that she's no longer what she was before, and when we see the flashback, we can see that she tried to free Atsu that night, risking her own life. She starts teaching us the way of the shonin, which is just how to be a ninja. We learned some new techniques, and now we're ready to face the new Kitsune. Atsu still wants to fight the old Kitsune. I hope we don't end up doing that because I low-key like her. Before continuing with the story, I earned a few more side trophies. I got a trophy for helping Master Enomoto, one of our many weapon masters, confront his grandson. I also helped Hana protect the farms, giving me kunais and a trophy. Finally, I got another miscellaneous trophy for using the Kurigasama to assassinate someone. I went back to the old Kitsune to fight her, but we were best friends now, so I showed her mercy. I then went back to the Odachi master and helped him defend his dojo. The friendly Kitsune helped us find the bad Kitsune so that we could kill this one. The fight was not too bad, I think mainly because I started doing way too many side quests, so I am becoming a little OP. But hate the game, not the player. Once we killed him, we got his cool mask and a trophy. Before I continued with the story, I, again, did a few more side quests getting hella trophies. One for sharing a meal with Huchi, one for winning a charm playing Seni Hajiki, which is a gambling game you play with some coins. Low-key fun. Another one for finding 30 altars of reflection. And I also acquired all of the ranged weapons. Now we're on the way to the big guy, the dragon. We are told he is in a lighthouse, so we go get him, but he escapes. Here I met Kiku, Atsu's niece, who we didn't know existed until recently. Apparently our brother had a child with this woman, but she died during childbirth. Because the dragon left, we need to come up with a plan to lure him. We decided to use a spider, his brother, as bait because he was going to be easier to capture. So we go to this performance show that the spider goes to. It is about Atsu's story and the burning tree. A lot of people know about this event for some reason. I didn't know we were famous. Kiku helps Atsu and the old Kitsune go in here and we kill so many people with the new ultimate we unlocked. We captured the spider and I also got a trophy.
Spider is ours.
I went back home and finished upgrading the wolf blade, which gave me another trophy. I got 2 more miscellaneous trophies, one for acquiring 30 pieces of vanity gear, and another one for acquiring all quickfire weapons. Now we are luring the dragon to the spider. However, they outsmart us, and Lord Saito himself comes to the island and bombs the castle. Our brother tells us that we need to leave the dragon and the spider here because we have to protect the castle, but Atsu does not listen, even after he said that Kiku was in danger. We then have to fight the dragon while the spider shoots at us. This fight was easy enough once you get the hang of it, it was just annoying being third-partied by the spider. I got a trophy for killing the dragon.
I killed your brothers!
Our brother and the friendly Kitsune are gone, taken away by Saito. Kiku says they are dead, but Atsu knows they aren't. Kiku is pretty mad calling us a killer, and Atsu is now starting to get some sense into her head. We go to the burial grounds where the spider will take the dragon, and wait for him there. Atsu is all grown up and decides not to kill the spider. All she wants now is the friendly Kitsune and her brother back. What a great character development. The spider agrees to help us defeat his father, and tells us to meet him by the docks. This is the last mission, so I want to get all of the miscellaneous trophies before I do it. I first completed all of the wolf dens and all of the Yotei 6 camps. I also upgraded 10 charms at least once, and collected 8 offerings left for the Onryo. Then I learned all of the shamisen songs. Then I went to the peak of Mount Yotei and grabbed my parents' charm. And also acquired the blade of the legendary hero, which was Jin's sword from Ghost of Tsushima. Then I got a trophy for completing all bamboo strikes, shrine climbs, and hot springs. I also completed all the fox dens, solved all the mountain reliquary puzzles, completed all the paintings, solved all the puzzle boxes, completed all the bounties, got all of the armor, and bowed in 10 special places. This took a shit ton of time, but I had a lot of fun doing all of it. I never actually felt like it was dragging on. The game is just so immersive. After this, I only had one miscellaneous trophy left before finishing the story. This trophy is by far the hardest in the game. You have to defeat Takeso the Unrivaled. The hard part is not just that this guy is low-key him, but we're also fighting at the top of Mount Yotei, so over time the cold takes a decent chunk of your health away. With all of that done, now we just have to finish the story. I met the spider by the docks, and he took us to Lord Saito's base. There were so many enemies here. Lady Oyuki, which is the name of the kitsune, and my brother were both about to be executed because they did not tell Lord Saito where I was. How nice of them. We first save our brother, who then joins us to find Oyuki. Atsu told him that she was done getting revenge, but he did not believe her. Once we find Oyuki, we figure out that Lord Saito is going where it all started, aka our home, aka where Kiku is. So we rush over there. Poor little Kiku was playing the gambling coin game with Lord Saito when we arrived. She looked terrified. Lord Saito made everyone leave so that they could take the child, and we had our 1v1. This part was hard. I died so many times. And right when I finally thought I beat him, bro hit me with the "you are ready now." What do you mean I'm ready now? I instantly died when he said that, but we cut to another cutscene, and my brother came here to third party. I sat back and just shot Saito a bunch of times while my brother kept him busy. But then, he killed my brother, so that was pretty rude. Again, another 1v1, this one taking even longer. But I finally managed to kill him. Kiku and Lady Oyuki were here and we shared a few last words with our brother. Then there was a 6-month time skip. Atsu was taking care of Kiku, showing her how to find mushrooms just like she did when she was younger. Lady Oyuki came to our home and played the shamisen with Kiku, and we set a flower on my brother's grave. The wolf came back, but Atsu told him that her hunt was over, and that was game. I got my last trophy and the platinum. Holy fucking shit, was this game good. I have not played a game this good in such a long time. Absolute cinema. This makes my top 3 list of games by a lot. It took me around 40 hours to finish it, but it did not feel like it at all. All good things must come to an end, but I do hope that they at least add some DLC to this game in the future because it was just so beautiful.